my channel. I'm Whitney, and this is my channel Tomcat Stitchery. Wow, I really botched that. Welcome back to my channel Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney. There we go. And I have another plans video for you guys. This is my next little section of mini capsules for spring and summer. I'm sure you've heard me badger on and on about it, but I need almost a whole new spring and summer wardrobe because none of my spring and summer clothes fit, really. Or not all of them. I do have some that I can still wear, but I am definitely down as far as spring and summer clothing. Before we get started though, I am wearing my new Deer and Dojiv top. For all that are interested, I'll put a link to that down below. But okay, let's dig in. So in the past, and I have done some mini capsule wardrobes back in the fall and again in the winter, of where I've done like 3 separate pattern companies, and then I've done like 5 to 7 pieces with each one to make one gigantic. So those 3 separate little mini capsules that all kind of went together to make one gigantic capsule like wardrobe. Well, one like 15 to 20 piece wardrobe. So, and then in the January, February timeframe, I did Megan Nielsen's 4 newest patterns, and I kind of did a mini capsule within those, but I just made a whole bunch of versions of each of those 4 patterns to kind of show versatility in just a single pattern, and how you can do a mini capsule with, you know, just 4 patterns if you wanted to. So anyway, this time though, I wanted to explore something a little bit different. So there's going to be a ton of information and links down below. So if you're lost and wondering what the heck I'm talking about, down below I will have links to everything that I can link. But before I get started, I just want to say, I don't think that there are any hard and fast rules in fashion, whether that be your colors or your body style or whatever. I really and honestly believe if you're wearing something that makes you feel beautiful and that makes you confident, then you are in fact beautiful and confident, because it's an attitude. Clothing is just, it's there more for the wearer, I feel, than really for the public. I mean, definitely the public can see and the eye can appreciate certain things, but if someone feels beautiful and confident, they project that outwards. And I think that right there is the kicker. And that's the difference between someone that you see on the street where you're like, oh wow, she's got great style, versus someone that you may not notice completely. I kind of feel like that's like the secret hidden ingredient. But that being said, I am definitely one that loves to dig in and research things. It's the left brain part of me that really does enjoy the science behind the art, kind of a little bit. So in fine art, there are principles that are followed in just how the eye sees the line, how different bodies and how different just things in general, you know, how a painter is technically supposed to paint, or how a photographer is supposed to see a certain line. There's rules, I guess, that kind of follow along in art, which of course can be deviated from left and right. Rules are made to be broken, right? So I've been interested in digging into that with clothing a little bit, because I find that I make things that I love in theory, and I like them okay on me, but they may not be something that I reach for time and time and again. And I really want, my end goal is to have a closet full of things that fit me well, and that also I really love and feel beautiful and confident in, as everyone. I just want to be able to get dressed super easily. Efficiency is like king in my head, and I don't know that that's always a positive thing, but I hate spending a lot of time getting ready in the morning. I am one of these, I want a quick makeup routine, quick hair routine. I want to be able to just to throw on something but still look presentable and put together. I don't want to be just in sweats. But I want to be able to do all that quickly. So I think having a cohesive closet filled with things that make me feel confident and beautiful is the end goal. Okay, that was a lot of babble. So for this little next series, I'm going to be sewing in modules. Now, I've talked before about Christy Russell, who is a stylist, and she has a YouTube channel, and I'll link her down below. But she talks about with capsule wardrobes, she likes to go with the module approach. And the numbers are just like fascinating. So it's 6 pieces in a module. It is 1 top, or topper, like a jacket, cardigan, something like that. 2 bottoms. So this definitely is all for like separates, which I don't want a closet full of separates. I do like dresses and jumpsuits, but we're gonna go with this for right now. So 1 topper, 2 bottoms, and then 3 tops. And then the idea is that you get 12 outfits out of those 6 pieces, because you can wear each of the 3 tops with each bottom. And then, so that's 6 outfits, and then you can get 12 outfits if you throw the topper on with all of those 6 outfits. So there you go, 12. And then the idea is that you add a second module where everything could go together, or you could have some pieces that maybe, you know, don't have to. So you get some variation a little bit here. Anyway, if you put 3 modules together, which is like 18 pieces of clothing, you can get anywhere from like 146 to 260 outfit combinations, something like that. Or 216 maybe. I can't remember now what the range is. Anyway, it's a ridiculous amount of outfits. Again, I'm gonna link that. I'll link that video of hers down below so you can go listen to all of that. But the numbers are mind-boggling. So, and I think she even has a video on 14 pieces of clothing, how she can make 107 outfits, which is crazy to me. So again, it's just all about, you know, if every single top that you have, you know, of that 18-piece wardrobe, you would have 9 tops. If all 9 of those tops go with all 6 of those bottoms, which, you know, when you're playing with line and style and stuff, you know, a flowy top's not going to go with a flowy skirt necessarily, but anyway. So there is some variation there. So that fascinates me. So I'm going to be sewing in modules for the next, I don't want to pinpoint myself, 2, maybe 3 modules that I'll do with this. So that's part number 1 of this. And part number 2 is that you may have heard, or you may just remember, there was a book called Metamorphosis by David Kibbe, and it was back in 1987 maybe. I don't have the book, but it came out around the time the Color Me Beautiful stuff came out with, you know, if you're a spring, autumn, summer color. And it was a huge hit. Anyway, it's had a resurgence, and especially even in the sewing community. And I'm going to leave links to all of that because he actually has 11 different body types, and it goes well beyond if you're a pear, an apple, a rectangle, inverted triangle, which I am, well beyond that, and more into like your yin and yang. So like your angular features of your body versus the softer curved. You know, some people have more of the soft and curved, some people have the more angular, and it's actually really fascinating. And there's a YouTuber that has done some fantastic series on this where it shows you, know, like celebrities and stuff, where you can actually see the differences. And then there's just some rules, again, to help follow the lines so you're complementing the lines of your body instead of fighting against them, I guess. So, with all of that, I wanted to kind of incorporate a little bit of that in with my modules. I also have a book here called The Triumph of Individual Style, and I don't know if it goes to the seamstress necessarily, but it's all about dressing yourself, but it definitely takes everything back to fine art. So all the examples in this are pieces of fine art. And it talks about not necessarily how you have to change to have the ideal body shape, but it's more, you know, if you want to accentuate this feature, this is what you do. If you want to downplay this feature, this is kind of what you do. And it talks about everything, about just beauty in general, your body shape, your proportions. It definitely, if you are a geek like I am and love to dig into like more of the particulars, you know, like it definitely, I mean, it can be dry if you aren't really into this, but it talks about, you know, how to dress up and down your neck. I don't know if you can even see that, like if you have a short neck or a long neck, and it uses all pieces of fine art. I will put a link to this book below. It is out of print, and I feel like I got mine used, but if you ever see it anywhere, it's definitely a good one to have in your library, but I think it's some ridiculous price on Amazon now. But anyway, using all of those, I have determined I am an inverted triangle body shape for the most part, if you want to go bare bones, because I have my hips, these are shoulders. My shoulders and bust are wider. Well, my shoulders are a little wider than my bust, but my bust is wider than my hips. So I'm not, most inverted triangles you see are like the real tall statuesque models and stuff that are very much, you know, broader shouldered. I'm not super noticeable, but you can definitely, I do have to downplay my shoulders and bust line, otherwise I look top heavy really easily. So that is part number 1 of this. So I'm working on lines that'll help narrow my shoulders a little bit or widen my hips. so that I look more in proportion a little bit. So I'm going to be playing around with that with these next few modules. And also my Kibbe style, I am a soft classic. So I'm symmetrical is one of them. I have a lot of curve though. I'm not, I think a true classic is more pretty evenly balanced between their yin and their yang, so they've got some angular features and some softer ones. I think Grace Kelly is like a perfect example of like an actual classic. And then from regular classic, you've got soft classics that have softer lines, and then you have no, it's not dramatic. It's I can't remember what the other one is. There's another classic one though that is more if you're more angular, you know, if you're more, you know, have a point to your nose, point to your chin, not as much flesh on your arms and legs and that kind of thing. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, again, there's 11 of them. There's a whole bunch, but assemble. But I'm a soft classic. So one of the recommendations were soft necklines, things that were a little more feminine, that fabrics that draped and kind of hugged my curves a little bit more, which I can completely agree with. And things that are more like what you would deem classic in style. So more classic silhouettes, less trendy, shirt dresses, that kind of thing. And I'm going to be doing my Seasonal Sew 3. You'll see that, let's see, you're watching this next week. You'll see that this next Tuesday, a week from today. My plans for my next set of Seasonal Sew 3. So you'll be seeing my first Seasonal Sew 3 on Friday. So stay tuned. You'll see the lookbook of the first Seasonal Sew 3, and then you'll see the plans for the next Tuesday. So anyway, I'm doing some dresses and that kind of thing. So again, with this module thing, we don't have a lot of dresses, or none. This kind of just goes with separates, and I definitely will be adding dresses into mine. So, you know, my next module, I may just throw in a 7th piece there to have a dress. And I don't know that I'm necessarily going to make all 6 pieces every single mini module, because the point is using things in my closet. For instance, I have a jean jacket. I guess it's considered vintage now. I've had it since like my freshman year of college, so it is over 20 years old. Anyway, but it fits me like a glove. I love it. I've worn it pretty regularly for 20 years. So that may be like a topper in maybe even my next one, just because it does get a lot of wear and it's very versatile. So anyway, that was a lot of blabbering. This is gonna be a long video and I didn't even mean for it to be. So let's get into this first module. Okay, the downside to my pattern system is that these envelope my plastic sheet protectors are slippery and they don't like to stack on things. But anyway, it's fine for now. All right, so for my topper, I'm going to be doing, and actually I am filming this before, you will have actually already seen this made up. For Sew My Style. So Sew My Style in March was cardigans, and I have made 2 of the Helen's Closet Blackwood cardigan in the longer length, and I wanted to do one in the shorter length. So I'm going to use this cloud knit, so it's like a sweater knit, and I think I either got this at Blackbird or Stone Mountain and Daughter. I can't remember. I got it right after Christmas. I got it in this color, I got it in a pink that my daughter took, an oatmeal, and a gray. I have a problem. But anyway, I'm going to make the shorter version of the Helen's Closet Blackwood cardigan in this. And again, this is literally getting made like this weekend. So you will have actually seen this already made up for my Sew My Style reveal at the end of March. But that's what I'm using. I'll pop a picture of the pattern up there. So that's going to be my topper for this little capsule. All right, now bottoms. I also wanted to say, I've decided, Christy Russell again, was talking about with the spring trends, and she was saying that blue and yellow are huge color combinations for this spring, and I love blue and yellow. Blue, yellow, and white, I love that color combination so much. So I'm very excited. I've got a ton of blue in my fabric stash, and I also purchased a whole bunch of stuff in the Smuggler Daughter fabric haul that I recently did. I'll pop a link up to that video as well. So I'm using some stuff from her in this because I kind of was buying with that, the blue, yellow, and white theme going forward. I can't wear yellow by my face because it makes me look sick. But I love yellow, and so I'll wear it down below. And that's one of the things with my inverted triangle body shape, is to wear brighter colors, prints, that kind of thing on the lower half of my body to help balance out the top part of my body. So we're going with some bright yellow bottoms for this one. So again, the module, we have one topper, which is my cardigan, and then 2 bottoms. So the first bottom that I'm doing is a pair of pants, and it's Simplicity 8056 right here, and it's one of their amazing fit patterns. So I'm excited to play around with this. I also thought that this might be something interesting for our next sew along, but I also have another option in my seasonal sew 3. So you can kind of let me know if you want to do pants for the next sew along, because I think this is like your traditional tailored pair of pants, but it has, it's boot cut. So, which again is supposed to help balance out my body. I mean, I guess I would call it boot cut. It's a modern flared leg. But I'm going to crop these. I'm going to make these 7/8 length pants. So they're going to hit it right above my ankle. So a little cropped. Again, to help balance out my hips. But they are a tailored pair of pants. So if this looks like something you'd like to do for a sew along, we can definitely do that. It's got a fly zipper in it. It's got your tailored waistband / pockets, all that kind of stuff. So let me know if that would be something interesting for a sew along, or I have a Vogue designer pattern. I know those are kind of intimidating a little bit, so I've got a Vogue designer pattern in my seasonal sew 3 next video for my plans that might be an option too. So mull that over, let me know what you think. But these are going to be one of my bottoms, and I'm making it out of this stretch wool that I've had in my stash forever. This came from, again, I'll link fabrics down below if they're still available. I got this at my local fabric store forever ago, and I am 90% sure that it is a Lycra wool blend. It's like a stretch suiting. I've done a burn test, and there's definitely some synthetic in there, but I think it might be the stretch content because I can smell wool, and it also did have like a burnt hair smell as well to the hardening when I did the burn test. So I think that this is, I don't know for sure, but I think this is a wool. I can kind of feel to a wool, and it definitely has stretch in it, a wool Lycra blend. But it's almost this, it's coming across more green, I feel like, on the camera. But it's definitely like like a true mustard, like French's mustard, yellow. But I love this so much, and I think it's going to make a fantastic and comfortable pair of trouser pants. So there is that. I actually may have enough for shorts out of this too. I think I have 2 yards of this, and I can get a pair of pants easily out of 1.5 yards, so. All right, and then for my second bottom, we're gonna do another yellow, and I'm going to make Simplicity 8019, which is a vintage reprint, and I think I'm gonna do the midi. I think I'm gonna do view C, but don't hold me to that. I may do A or B. I haven't really decided which length I'm going to do. It's one pattern, it just has 4 different lengths. But it's kind of a gored A-line skirt, or flared skirt, I guess, which again, help balance out my hips. And I'm going to make it out of this, don't knock that off, wonderful, you would have seen this in my Smuggler's Daughter fabric haul. This beautiful yellow rayon that literally feels and looks like silk. It's so beautiful. And I have 3 yards of this, so I have enough for a skirt and probably another pair of pants later on, like a real loose fitting track pant maybe, or a palazzo pant, maybe another pair of flimp pants, I don't know. But I have definitely enough for a skirt and a pair of pants out of this. Oh, look at that drape. Is that not gorgeous? I love this so much. But again, it's not good next to my face, but it'll be fine on my bottom half. So those are my 2 bottoms for this module. All right, now on to tops. I was actually going through all of my tops and trying to decide. Wrap tops are supposed to be both for my soft classic and for my inverted triangle. Wrap tops are supposed to be good because they kind of give me a waist, and they also, the wrap interest, you know, it draws the line down for my larger bust. And I kind of had forgotten, I bought this pattern more for the dress, and then Emily Hallman had pulled it out to make the top, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have that pattern. It's a new one. It's McCall's 7892, and I'm going to do the wrap bottom, or the top here. And I haven't decided, I'm almost thinking, so view D that she's got on in this dress right here has like a 3/4 or 7/8 real loose sleeve. And I kind of like the idea of not doing the full sleeve with the banded bottom, but doing, and I'm trying to see here. Yeah, that's just bias tape, so it's not elastic. Well, maybe it is. I think there's elastic in there. But I think that I may do that higher up, like do the band, so bind the D sleeves, but make it shorter, because I like that on my arms a little better than a full-length sleeve, and it might make it a little more warm weather appropriate. But I am going to do View B. I just think I may shorten the sleeves a little bit, but kind of keep the same shape of View B. And I'm going to make it out of this Smuggler Daughter gorgeous navy silk. And this is like a more blue navy, you know, it's not like a midnight navy. But it's a dark color. Again, I'm trying to follow some of the rules here. It's a dark color to help minimize my upper body, but it's nice and drapey and will, you know, go over my curves nicely. And I have enough fabric, and I think a silk blouse in this is going to be so wonderful. And I think it'll look really cute over both the pants and the skirt. So I want to be able to wear all these tops with both of these bottoms. And I think I'll be able to get the cardigan on over this because, and I like this darker blue with the lighter blue of the cardigan. So that'll be that top. My next top is going to be a layering piece. So I have a remnant here, not remnant. This is like leftover, okay, I guess remnant, leftover from another project I did. These were fabric scraps, I guess. So you can see I've got like weird cutouts. I actually made a wrap top out of this. It's the cashmerette Appleton dress. I shortened it into a top and I wear it. It's just very dressy. So I wear it for, you know, I wore it to my cousin's rehearsal dinner and stuff like that. It's a lovely top. But it is a merino wool from the fabric store, and I will link to it down below because I'm sure they still have this. They carry their merino jersey in all their colors. But I'm going to use this to make another Givre, which I'm wearing right now, but I'm not going to make the color block top. I'm going to make the tank because I have the pink tank Givre that I love so much. And I think this would make a great layering piece. And it's merino, so it wicks. It does a natural wicking away process, which would be fantastic in the summer for keeping my body temperature, you know, nice and cool. So yes, this is going to be just a layering tank, and I'll be able to wear it with both bottoms and my cardigan. Because this has, there's just a little bit of this color in that mottled cloud net that's down there, and I think that they'll be just different enough that there's going to be some interest with that. I'm kind of excited about that combination. But anyway, yes, this will be a Givre tank top. And then finally, I'm going to do another loose and flowy top. This is McCall's 7357, and I'm going to make the blouse that she's wearing, which is View C, right here. So it's a little similar. So this is basically the sleeve I want to do on the wrap top. I think they're different enough because you've got, one's a wrap top and one's not. But there's still the V neckline. There's some interest with a yoke. And this one comes in cup sizes, which I love. So, this top in this gorgeous Smuggler's Daughter Rayon challis. Isn't that beautiful? This is so beautiful. I love this so much. And it's, again, super drapey, and the polka dots have kind of a linear effect on them, which I think will be slimming, because they're kind of elongated, like, spots. Oh, I'm obsessed with this fabric. It's so beautiful. And it'll look fantastic with, I think it'll look fantastic untucked with the pants and then tucked in with the skirt. So, and again, with the cardigan, I think it'll be right on point, and I'm very excited about that. So there we go. Those are my 6 pieces. The 2 knit pieces are going to go together super quickly. And yeah. And yeah, I think I'll do the pants last. I'm waiting to see if you guys want to do a sew along on those, or if you'd rather do a dress for this sew along. So anyway, that is it for today. That is my next module. We're going to call this one Module 1. And I should have this to you fairly quickly. I am recording this, let's see, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks in advance of when you're going to actually watch this. And I've got some sewing on my to-do list. I am going to be on spring break, part of that, but I think I can probably cut a swath through this pretty quickly. I've also not been sewing much lately. I reorganized my patterns. I've redone my fabric. It is all rolled Marie Kondo style, and I have so much extra room. But it's still by type like it was, but I put it also by color in with the type. It's so pretty to look at right here because I can see through my mesh baskets. So anyway, I have been doing a lot of that kind of thing. I had a little head cold for a little bit, so I've not been sewing as much as I miss it. I need to get back to it. So anyway, I should be able to kind of cut through this stash here pretty quickly. But the next video you're going to be seeing is my lookbook for my Seasonal Sew 3 from January, February, March. And then you will see my plans for my next Seasonal Sew 3. So that's what you got to look forward to, and have a great week. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!